Alright guys, welcome back. Hope everybody's staying dry here in SoCal. It is raining pretty often. Not that it's bad, I love the rain, I just hate driving in it because lowered car and whatnot, you know. So I'm gonna be looking down a lot because I have notes on my phone. One of the topics I really wanted to talk with you guys today is literally like before I got the SI, I was on the verge of getting different cars that were on the market that caught my attention, and I already told you guys why I got that car. Now I'm gonna give you guys quick examples of other cars that I would have gotten if I never came across the SI. So to start off, I have 6 cars that really caught my eye that I really wanted, but there is always pros and cons to them, and I'm gonna go everything with you guys real quick in this video. So to start with it, number 1, I always wanted to get a Volkswagen GTI. I actually test drove one before I got the SI. The one that I specifically wanted was the 2010 through 2014, the GTI, the MK6. It has about 200 horsepower, 207 foot-pounds of torque, and it's also turbo, and it's also front-wheel drive, and it comes in a 6-speed manual and an automatic. Now the reason why I didn't get this car is because everywhere I went, I've only saw MK4s and MK5s, and I didn't want that one. I wanted the MK6 because this was before the MK7 came out, you know, and I'm not even trying to get a new car. So I really wanted that specific model. I test drove it and I loved it. The reason why I didn't get it is because, again, everywhere that I went, they only had MK5s, and I test drove an MK5 and I liked it, but it just felt so out of dated compared to the SI that I'm currently driving right now, if that makes sense. The second one that I almost got was a 2013 Ford Focus ST. Now I know it's a Ford, but I was really a big fan of what they made the Focus out of, the ST version. It had 252 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. That is a lot in a little 4-cylinder car. It's also turbo, and it comes front-wheel drive. It only comes in a 6-speed manual only as well, and I really like the style of that car. I like that in any color that you got, it looked good, you know, like yellow, blue, red, white, gray, black. Like, they all looked really good. They all matched the car really well. Reason why I never got it, everywhere that I went that I saw, it was over $20,000, and that is a lot for a used car. So that's kind of why I didn't get it, you know. And they wouldn't even let me test drive it either. Like, I had to drive a friend's car to see if I liked it, and his was a little modded, so I couldn't even tell how it was driving it stock, you know. But yeah, that was one of the cars that I really kept my eye out on. The third one was a 2013 Honda Genesis Coupe. Now, I have a couple buddies that drive Honda Genesis Coupes, and their cars, one's completely stock and the other one's real, pretty much modded out, you know, and they both look good. I haven't just test driven one yet. I would really want to drive one just for shits and giggles, you know. But the reason why I really like that car is because I felt like I was getting the best of both worlds. It had 274 horsepower, 275 foot-pounds of torque. It was a turbo. It came rear-wheel drive, and you were also able to get it in a 6-speed manual. Before I was looking for this one, before I was looking for the SI, I was actually looking for this particular car in dealerships and whatnot. And the reason why I never came across one is because every single one that I found was an automatic, and I didn't want an automatic. And every time I found the stick shift, it was the 2010 through 2012, and those were the ones with the outdated engines. The 2013 model came with the higher engine with a better tune and better interior quality. That's the one I particularly wanted. So if it wasn't automatic, it was the old version of it. You know, the downgraded version of it is what I would think. And yeah, I was interested in the V6, but I don't think I would want to drive a V6 yet. You know, like I like my gas where I'm at right now, you know. The next one was a 2007 Mazda RX 8. Now, with this car, you have it's a hit or miss, because I have two friends that have owned Mazda RX 8s and their cars took a dump on them, and I have another one where he said he hasn't had any problems with it yet. And I looked online, and everywhere that I've seen, it goes both ways. Like, you either have good luck with it or you have bad luck with it, and it sucks because you won't know until you actually own the car. This car comes with, depending on if you get the automatic or the 6-speed manual, you get from 212 horsepower to 232 horsepower, and they both come with 159 foot-pounds of torque. This one's naturally aspirated, and it is a rear-wheel drive car. I really liked the fact that this car revved up to 9,000 RPMs. It's a rev happy car. I really loved it. I like the fact that it had like those suicide doors in the back, you know, so it was technically a 4-door, but it looked like a sleek coupe, you know. But the reason why I didn't get it was because of all the problems that it had. It's a rotary engine. It's bound to have something wrong with the car. And again, I looked online. Everywhere people are saying it's a hit and miss. You're either gonna get a good one or you're gonna get a bad one, and I just really didn't want to take the chance, because if I was gonna make payments on a car, I really didn't want to have that many problems to deal with, you know, especially if I'm one to want to mess with the car, as in like adding mods and whatnot. So yeah, this next one is the 2006 Acura RSX Type S. This car has a particular spot for me, and what I mean is, I told myself I was gonna own this car since I was a kid, since Need for Speed Underground 1 came out. I really love this car. I like how it looks. You know, like it just looks so appealing, you know, to the naked eye. It feels really good too. I've sat in one and the seats are so comfortable, and you can find them anywhere, you know. So that was one pro that I really liked about that car. And I mean, it's a K20, you know, like K20s they're really good engines. Just like my car's the K20, the 8th gen Civic Si, you know, 201 horsepower and 140 foot-pounds of torque. Naturally aspirated front-wheel drive, 6-speed manual only. The only reason why I never even bothered with this car from a dealer is because they were all so beat up, you know. Like, if I'm ever gonna get the RSX Type S, most likely I'm gonna be getting it from the street, from an owner that took care of it really well, because everywhere that I went, it just looked beat up, you know, and they were asking for too much, and it just didn't fit my budget to where it didn't fit to my standards, you know. I like them in any color, you know, and it's basically my 8th gen just with a different shell, you know, so I'm sure I would love it just as much as the one that I have now. Last but not least, I told myself that if I ever wanted to get a second car for like a weekend car and to have fun with, whenever I have the extra cash lying around, I would like to own a 2004 Honda S2000. I have my own particular reasons for this, and because I test drove my friend's Honda S2000 like almost every time I see him, and it is a fun car to drive. I actually learned how to drive stick shift in that car, you know, so if it wasn't for him, I probably would not, I wouldn't be interested in imports right now, in cars the way I am as of today. It comes with 240 horsepower and 162 foot-pounds of torque. Naturally aspirated, rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual only. I really love the S2000. I told myself one day I will own one as a weekend car. I just like the fact that you can do anything to the car, and it will stand out, you know, even though there's so many of them out there. It sucks that they don't make them anymore, but when the time comes, I'm hoping I could own one just to say that I've owned one and to do whatever I want to it, you know. So these 6 cars, I really took a lot of thought and consideration on why I almost got them and why I didn't get them. So this is just my list that I really wanted to get, and I just wanted to share with you guys what were the possible outcomes and chances of me getting these cars. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Should I have gotten one of those cars, or should I possibly trade mine in? I'm just playing. I'm not gonna trade it in. I would lose so much money if I traded in. I'm gonna stick with my car until I pay it off, and then we'll see how that goes from there, you know. I personally think I did the right choice because this car fits my budget, and I don't have any complaints that make me want to return it, except for that 3rd gear grind. But other than that, I'm happy with what I came with, with what I came home with. So leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see, you know. And if I can do something, if I can do a video about it, I'll try to make one. You know? I'm gonna end the video right now. I will see you guys on Thursday or on Friday. I don't know when. I know I am moving this week, so I have to take care of myself before I do this, you know. So I will see you guys then. Until then, stay classy. You guys are cool. Peace.